As a court pleases my lord, the matter was adjourned yesterday,
Yeah.
and Mr. Ramusipili is busy with cross-examination of the
Okay,
witness.
yes, Mr. Msipili. If it may please the court, my lord, I'm indebted. Now, Lieutenant Colonel, yesterday when we adjourned, we were dealing with paragraph 17.9 of your affidavit exhibit DD in brackets 5.
17.9. Point 9.
Point 9, yes. That's a photograph of the firearms.
No, we will not
Yeah, right there.
pleasure with that.
Now, as a startup question today, how do you tell Lieutenant Colonel, if a photograph was taken from a particular cell phone device?
I can't tell from which device it was taken. Like I explained, this is a Facebook image.
Yes.
So that was taken off Facebook,
Yes.
and it was saved on the phone.
Yes.
uthola kanjani ke ukuthi isithombe sithwetshulwe kusetshenziswa muphi umakhalekhukhwini akusiyonto leyo ke ongayenza ke kodwa ngishilo kuma ngifakaza ukuthi isithombe lesi esathathwa ku Facebook sase siyasave kumakhalekhukhwini.
But then let me give you this scenario. I take a particular photograph with my own cell phone device. If you, as a digital forensic analyst, want to check when this phone was taken, where do you go?
When this photo was taken,
Yes.
on the metadata or the file form, the file name.
Uma ufuna ukwazi ke ukuthi isithombe lesi ke sathathwa nini masathwetshulwa nini ke uya la kubhalwe khona file name.
Okay, no, the date created, you'll see there. Created 21/01/04.
Noma la ekubhalwe khona ke created ilapho ke ekutshengisa khona noma ekunikeza khona i-date.
I can't tell when this photo was taken because it's not on his camera taken.
Yes.
It was a Facebook
Yes.
image that was saved, and it was saved on his phone on 21/01/04 at 15:38. It was saved on his phone.
Angeke ngisho ukuthi ke ifo umakhalekhukhwini wakhe wona ke isithombe lesi asithathe nini ngoba ke isithombe lesi esatholakala ku Facebook manje isiyasho ke lapha yana ukuthi ke uma esayisave ke esayithathile ku Facebook kwakunge 2021/01/04 isikhathi u15:38.
Now, we will come back to this aspect that we've just mentioned, but I want to come here with the metadata of the photo. What will the metadata contain? What details will it contain?
Metadata is on your phone itself.
Yes.
Okay, so if you go to other photo, let's go quickly to paragraph 17.6. To 6.
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, that's a photo.
Yes.
Okay, so the metadata will tell you exactly there when it was taken
Yes.
and what equipment was used. If it was the specific phone.
Lokhu okubizwa ke ngokuthi metadata kubhaliwe khona lapha ezansi uzakutshengisa ukuthi i-date yini isikhathi nokuthi futhi yiphi ifone eyasetshenziswa.
That was the point that I wanted you to clarify for me, that the metadata amongst the details, it will show you if it's said, the equipment manufacturer, correct? And it will also show you the model of the device and the time and date the photo was taken.
That's correct, yes.
Okay. And if I share or edit a photo, will that change the metadata of that photo.
No.
Uma kukuthi isithombe leso ngasithumela-ke noma ke khona-ke ngishintsha lapho kodwa le mininingwane yona-ke ebhalwe metadata angeke ishintshe.
It will change on my if you share your photo from your phone, it will come on my phone, but there won't be metadata because I didn't take the phone itself.
Yeah.
So it's that is taken on that phone itself.
Uma kukuthi wena-ke lesiya sithombe usithumela kowami-ke umakhalekhukhwini mina-ke angeke ngibe nako lokhu ekubhaliwe laphayana umetadata ngoba akusimina owathwebula lesiya sithombe.
Now, if we go back to paragraph 17.9 of your affidavit, exhibit BG, in brackets 5.
Yes.
Let's put it here on the screen so that they can also see it. Let's go down. Now, you've already explained the term created, what it means in relation to a metadata. What does it mean when it says the photo was modified on the 04/01 of 2021?
When you received it, let me just check if all modified. If it's modified, you did something on that photo. So if you saved it or you modified that photo, so it was created and then modified, so it's saved.
Yes.
So it was saved in this was in the archives. We recovered that.
Uma kube usetshenziswa lelo gama-ke elibhaliwe khona lana-ke umodified kusho ukuthi-ke kukhona-ke akwenzile-ke kwisithombe lesiyana ngoba kubhaliwe lapha isikhathi noma-ke ilanga noma isikhathi esenziwa ngalo u-created bese kuthi-ke umodified kukhona-ke okwenziwe-ke wase eyaseva efonini yakhe.
Yes, if we look at the created, the time will be 15:38 and 21 seconds. Modified will be a second later, 15:38. No, it's the other way around. Modified, it says 15:38:20, and then created 15:38:21. But now, below that it says it was accessed on the 4th of 01/2021 at 00:00:00. What does accessed mean? What does it mean that it was accessed?
You went into the photo, so that's the according to the metadata, according to his telephone. So
Ngokusho kocingo lwakhe-ke ukuthi ngalesiya sikhathi esibonisa u-00000 isikhathi-ke awangena ngaso noma-ke abheka-ke isithombe.
And then what does the attributes mean? Because I see on
it's
the side.
archived. It was saved under his archived files, his backup files.
Lana ekugcineni-ke uma kubhalwa ama-attributes esibhaleke ne-archive ukuthi-ke yila isithombe asiseva khona noma esasigcinwe khona.
Now, you remember yesterday I put a proposition to you that accused number 1 has already told this court, and it's common cause that he was arrested on the 16th of June 2020. Sorry, accused number 2 was arrested on the 16th of June 2020. And at that time he was arrested, 2 cell phones were confiscated, seized from him by the 2 arresting officers, and that he's never had access to those phones again. Now, if we look at the created, modified, accessed, all of that takes place in 04/01/2021. That will be sometime later after his arrest. Do you want to comment on that?
I can't comment. This was not created by me. This is created by the system. The downloading system took that from the phone data on the phone.
Uthi-ke umeli nanjengoba bengikutshelile-ke izolo ukuthi-ke waboshwa umsolo wesibili uma eboshwa-ke labo abambopha-ke bathatha umakhalekhukhwini bakhe ababili uma sesibheka-ke la ekubhalwe khona kule mininingwane elana ama-date 2021/01/04 ukuthi lokho kwenzeka kamuva-ke eseboshiwe kukhona yini ongakusho lokho uthi cha kulokho akukho engakusho ngoba-ke lokhu imininingwane lena etholakala kuyona-ke isystem iyithola kuyona ifone le.
The point really that I'm making is the following, that accused number 1 denies that he created and stored that phone. Accused number 2, I'm sorry, my lord. Accused number 2, he denies that he created that Facebook image or downloaded it in his SD card, because at the time he was not in possession of his phone. It was in the custody of the police officers.
I can't comment on that. I didn't have it in my custody, and this is according to the data that was created on that day, not according to me.
Umsolo wesibili ke uthi ke lokhu ke ukuthi lesithombe yena wasithatha ku Facebook noma ke wasenza ke babhale ku Facebook laphayana uthi cha akusiyena wakwenza lokho nanjengoba ke umakhala ekhukhwini ngaleso sikhathi wawungekho kuyena wawugcinwe amaphoyisa uthi ke mephendula ufakazi akukho ke engakusho noma engakuphendula ke kulokho ngoba ke umakhala ekhukhwini wawungekho kumina ngaleso sikhathi imininingwane lena eyatholakala ngalendlela ebonakala ngayo.
Yes, sir.
Then let's go to paragraph 17.9.1, and it says another picture of firearms that was deleted and recovered by download, and it will be found on the extracted data of page 1863 of 5471.
That's correct.
Now, you explained yesterday that the picture in 17.9 was deleted, but then through extraction and downloading, it was recovered. Is that your testimony?
That's correct, yes.
Bona ke bufakazi bami ukuthi lesi sona ke esetshenziswayo lana ke isibhamu sona ke sasusiwe noma ke esasidilithiwe kodwa ke saphinda satholakala ke masebenzisa inqubo zethu noma indlela esisebenza ngazo.
I can't say if it's the same one.
Yes.
It can be a double one that was saved and that was deleted. So it can be that it was saved twice and he deleted one.
Yes.
I can't, because this one is still on his phone, so I can't say it's the same one that was deleted. Maybe he saved it twice and then it was deleted. This one was found in the deleted folder.
Angeke ngithi isona ke noma ke esodwa ke mhlawumbe ngenzeka ke ukuthi ke sasave kabili sase ke esodwa ke siyasulwa ke noma ke siyadelethwa ke kodwa lesi sona ke satholakala kulezi ezadelethwa noma kuyithombe ezasuswa.
Okay. Now I see the file format or the file name, so not the format itself. It says cuffed and then raw whatever, but the term that I'm interested in is cuffed. What does cuffing of an artifact or a data mean?
It was changed. Could have been changed.
Lana ke uma bhalo lelo gama ke ngalelo gama elibhalwe lana ngaphansi kwaso isithombe ukhava kusho ukuthi ke kwangenzeka ke kwangenzeka ukuthi sashintshwa.
And from your analysis, it didn't tell you when it was cuffed or changed?
No, it's deleted, so that came out of the cuffed file. So
Oh, okay. All right.
Sasidilithiwe ke ukusho ke ukuthi sabuya ke noma sasuka satholakala kulawo mafile.
And you testified also, and you were shown Exhibit S, that will be Sergeant Mabasa's download for a telephone that allegedly belonged to accused number 3. And you were shown this photo on 17.9 to compare with the download by Mabasa. And you opined that they looked similar. That is the photo that is of a firearm like this in Mabasa's download and the photo in your exhibit DD. Is that correct?
that's correct, yes.
Kuyiqiniswa ukuthi umshushisi ungitshengisele izithombe ezimbili ke ethi esinye ke ilo esasidownloade uyena uMabasa esinye ke ilesi kulobo bami ubufakazi ngathi ke yebo ziyafana.
And now the thing is this: perhaps if we go to that exhibit, exhibit as Mabasa, that photo that was interesting. My lord, if we can exhibit as that particular photo in Mr. Sergeant Mabasa's downloads be shown, because there's one just aspect that I want to clarify. that the photo from Mabasa? I want to see the metadata. Yeah. I know metadata. On the highlighted part, I just want to confirm this. What is the file name there? What will it say?
Image of IMG dash 20140527 dash WA 003 2014 03.
Thank you, Warrant Officer. Now, right there, if it says image, and I'm not putting it as a supposition, I want you to clear it for me. Does that mean here, this photo, because it says image, it was taken via a particular phone, or was it also a download on that?
This was taken by a particular phone. Different phones save it under different names. Mine
Yes.
will say as pic and the date and the time.
Yes.
That one is image. So that photo was taken in 2014-05-27.
Mage ibhalwe loya image noma loya IMG kusho ukuthi ke ithathwe ke kusetshenziswa umakhalekhukhwini othize mhlambe ke eyam izobhala upic ibhale ke nedate lena ke iyachaza ke ukuthi lesasithombe sathwetshulwa ke ngazo ngo-2014 nge-27 kwinyanga yesihlanu.
Okay, that's fine, but we accept that on your exhibit DD5, this one is not an image, it's an FB message image because it's an FB
Facebook image.
Facebook image,
That's
that's correct. Yes.
Yebo kodwa ke kulobo bami ke ubufakazi ngishilo ukuthi sona lesiya isithombe soka Facebook.
Now, if we go to your, I'm done with the firearms because we've already denied knowledge of storing them or any knowledge of them at all. Let's go back to paragraph 17.8 of your exhibit DD 5, in brackets 5.
Yes.
Yes, that one will relate. It says, photo that was taken on the 29th of October 2020 of a newspaper article about the current case. And it will be at page 697 of 5471 of the download. Yeah, that's one.
Yes.
If it is. Again, let's go through the same sequence. The file name, what does it say and what?
Image
Yes.
dash 2020-1029 dash WA0053.jpg.
Lana ke kubhaliwe uma sibheka kulesi ke isithombe IMG image 2020-1029 WA0053 JPG.
And it's moving. And right there where it says image and the numbers and JPG at the end, what will it tell us regarding whether it was taken from a phone or was it a download? What will it tell us?
This path will tell me it was from his camera because it's saved under his DCIM, under his card, under the card of the phone.
Lana ke iyangitshela ke ukuthi ke kwasetshenziswa ikhamera yomakhalekhukhwini wakhe ngoba ke kuyasho kunalowa khona kubhalwe uDCIM ukuthi ke ikhamera yomakhalekhukhwini wakhe yasetshenziswa.
Excellent. Now, what does DCIM mean in digital forensics?
That's your SIM card, your memory card. It falls on your DCIM card.
iSIM card yakho noma memory card
No,
yakho
memory, not SIM card,
Sorry.
memory card.
memory card yakho ke iwa ngaphansi noma ke ingena ngaphansi kwaleya kubhalwe khona DCIM.
But the term DCIM, what does it mean?
I can't tell you now exactly what it is.
Okay.
Ukuthi ke usho ukuthini ke uDCIM lona ngeke ngisho ke manje.
And it shows that it was taken from the camera because what was the date on which it was created and the time?
2021-01-17 at 17:56.
Iyasho ke lana ukuthi kwakungo 2021-01 okay 01-11 isikhathi ke u1756.
And the time that the image was accessed?
2021-01-11-0000.
Nesikhathi ke eyabhekwa ngaso noma ke angena ngaso ke kusona ke isithombe lesi iyasho ukuthi u2021-01-11-0000 isikhathi.
Again, the same routine. At the time, this image was taken with that phone from the camera of that phone. Accused number one, accused number two will tell this court that he was already in custody from the 16th of June 2020 without the access to take even this photo. So he did not take this photo.
I can't comment on that.
Ukuthi ke ngalelanga ke isithombe lesi sithetshuka ngaso wayeseboshiwe ke yena eboshwe nge16 zika June 2020 ngakho ke wayengekho kwisimo sokuthi wayengathola lesi sithombe akukho engakusho kulokho.
Okay. Now we're done with that picture. Let me think. I'll come back to these other pictures. Now, I just want to ask you general questions for clarification purposes. From a digital forensics point of view, from the expert's point of view, with the new smartphones, when I save an SMS or a message, on which file will it be stored?
The new phones
Yes.
will be saved under your messages on the phone itself.
Kulamafoni amasha abizwa ngokuthi ama smartphones uma usave ke message izosave ke kuma files on the phone.
Phone
Ku phone isaveka kuyona makhala kokweni uqobo kuma message akho.
And say, for example, in the instance of this case, where the phone itself is password locked or is pattern code security locked, and you cannot download the phone, therefore access cannot be, extraction and downloading cannot occur on the phone,
That's correct.
right? Then, and what do you call this? A SIM card is successfully extracted, but it shows that certain messages are also on the SIM card. How does
That's
that
the
happen?
that's old phones. This is an old phone. This is not the new technology. This is a styler. What was
No, it's
this
the
one?
Samsung
J5,
J5.
okay.
It came in 20.
It all depends on how you save your backup. So if I get a message, you can save either on the phone. It will save under the phone, or if it's a message, it can also save on the SIM card. Yes, you see there's a lot. Even the numbers, you can either save it on a SIM card,
Yes.
or you can save it on the phone.
All right.
Kuyafana ke nakuma number ama messages ke kuyasaveka ke ku phone uqobo noma kuyasaveka ke futhi ke na ku SIM card.
Okay. Now let's go to Annexure 8. That is the annexure to your affidavit, which is communication between accused number 2 and a contact identified as Lungisane.
Okay.
Now, in terms of your analysis, what is the cell number that is attributed to the contact Lungisane?
277159512339.
Inamba ke liyaqeda ibiza ehlanganiswa ke nalo osavwe ke lana nanjengolungisani ku 277159512339.
Okay. And your analysis is that the SIM card that was used and the number related that to will be the 2760-901-6890. Is that correct?
What's the number?
On SIM card 1.
No, it
Which one
wasn't.
will
It's
that
not.
be?
If you look, it's not SIM card 1. SIM card 2 was used.
Or SIM card 2, yes. The
SIM
number.
card 2, 277255057056.
Yes,
Where's that?
yes, that was my mistake. Yes, I see that.
Okay, akusiyona-ke le qeda ibiza wena-ke inamba usim card 2 uma ubheka-ke inamba u-277255057056.
And if you go lateral to the right, it says Fisokuhle Ntuli at Lungisane, and you say accused number 5 with attributed number 2771-595-1239. Do you see that?
Say again, where? Which
Where
one?
it says on your right, Fisokuhle Ntuli at Lungisane,
Yes,
accused 5, and the number attributed there too.
that's correct.
Yes.
Yebo-ke uma ubheka-ke kwesokudla-ke ngale kubhaliwe Fisokuhle Ntuli Lungisani, inamba-ke u-277159511239.
Yes. Now, my instructions from accused number 2 is that he does indeed know this Lungisani person. And that Lungisani person is not accused number 5, Fisokuhle Ntuli. It's a different person at all.
I can't comment on that. That's according to the database I received, and that's the analysis I've done.
Ummangalelo wesibili-ke angitshela khona-ke kusho ummeli-ke manje ukuthi yebo uLungisani loya obhalwe khona laphana uyamazi, kodwa-ke uLungisani loyo akusiyena unumber 5 uFisokuhle Ntuli. Uthi-ke mina akukho engakusho lapho, mina-ke imininingwane lena engiyitholile-ke laphana la egcina khona-ke imininingwane kumakhalekhukhwini.
My Lord, if I
Yes.
to approach. I am in that head, my Lord. Thank you. Now, just to enumerate that point that Lungisane is not accused number 5, and the number attributed there that does not belong to accused number 5. Accused number 2 instructs me that Lungisane's surname is, I'm not even sure that I should mention it in court, let me leave it. But he instructs me as follows, that they are allowed to make calls from the public phones at prison where he is accommodated. And he does speak to this person on this number on weekends when he's allowed to phone.
I've already, if I just can go back to my testimony, where I, in paragraph 15.2, 15.2, let me just check that number, 15.2.1.
On the DD5,
Yeah. Page 11.
yeah, I'm there.
Esabheka-ke la ufakazi ummeli uthi-ke le number-ke futhi ummangalelo wesibili angitshela kona ukuthi-ke le number lena-ke ebhalwe ngaphansi kwegama kaLungisani akusiyona inumber-ke yakhe umsolo wesihlanu, futhi-ke uLungisani umuntu-ke asakhulumisana nayo nangama-weekends uma bevunyelwa-ke noma benesikhathi sokuthi-ke bafone usebenzisa-ke ama-public phones uyakhuluma naye ngama-weekends.
There I've explained that that number of accused 5, accusing Tule, with cell number 951239 was saved under SIM card as Lungusani. This number was identified as my amended, was identified by Colonel Stein and the investigation team and through 205. And that is what, because this number was identified by the investigation team.
Yes.
Not by me,
Yeah.
by the investigation team.
Uma efunda ke lana kuloku akuvezileke lapha u15.2.1 kuyasho ukuthi inamba kaFiso Kuhle Ntuli uaccused 5 and cell number u277159512339 yayisaviweke noma isaviweke kwiSIM card kwiSIM card ngaphansi ke konumber u75 nanjengolungisani futhi ke washo ke ukuthi inamba lena ke yakhonjwa ke na ke wayitshengiswa ke yena uKenneth Stein kanye nalo ithimba eliphenyayo liphenya icala leli kanti futhi nangesikhathi ke sebenza isicelo ke kulaba abasebenza ngama cellphone lokho okubizwa phecelezi ke nanjengo section 205 so uthi akuyena ke umuntu owathola le number kodwa inamba lena ke awatshelwa lokho ngayo.
Okay. Are you done with your response?
Yes, just want to check something. Yes.
Okay. Now, as you correctly point out, and yesterday you confirmed this, you never had access or perused the Section 205s that were done by the previous analysts and downloaders, correct?
That's correct.
Bengishilo ke izolo ukuthi ke ama section 205 noma izicelo abazenza ke kule nkampani esebenza ngomakhala ekhuphini ke zenziwa ulowo ke ongaphambili kwami ke umcwaningi angizange ngikubheke ke lokho.
And you've also never had access to the analysis done by Colonel Stein, correct?
No.
Futhi ke nocwaningo olwenziwa uyena uKenneth Stein angizange ngilithathe ngilibheke ngibone ukuthi yini awayenza nawayithola.
So the point will be, this what contained in Annexure 8, from your perspective, is just an ipsa dixit. It's a say-so by somebody else. It's not you who says SIM card 2 was linked to SIM card 5, and this was verified to be accused number 5 or Lugisani. Is that correct?
Say again?
That's not your first-hand information. This is what is contained in Annexure 8.
No. Wait. Annexure 8.
Yes.
Okay. So the SIM card, the Samsung, the SIM card is my analysis. The two SIM cards.
Yes.
The linkages
Yes.
was done where I've put the two numbers on the database from Colonel Stein.
Oh, okay.
And as I already explained, he gave me the whole database after he left, so I don't know what's on the database, but I can't testify on what's on the database.
Exactly.
And that's how it linked to that two numbers.
Uma ubheka ke lana ke kunalama SIM card awamabili ke loyo umsebenzi ke wona ke umsebenzi wami owenziwa yimina bese ubheka ke la ekuqhathaniswa khona ke noma ekubheka ukuthi kuhlangana kuphi ke ileyo mininingwane leyo ke database engayithola ke kuyena uKenneth Stein.
Let's go to Annexure 7. From your left, the bottom left, yes, right there. There's a number as well that was attributed to accused number 2, and the number will be 2776 264 8460. You see that?
That's correct.
Accused number 2 states that he doesn't recall ever using this number.
As I said, this is found on the database from Colonel Stein.
Le number ke yona ke la ekhoneni e27762648460 uthi umsolo wesibili ke akayikhumbuli esebenzisa leya number nanjengoba bengishilo ke lokhu kwatholakala kumininingwane ekhona noma ke ku database yakhe uKenneth Stein.
My Lord, if I may be given a minute, I just want to see something here. Okay. Let's go to your exhibit DD5 at page 5.
Page 5.
Yes.
DD5. About
Yeah,
the,
paragraph 14.3.
yes.
It says, paragraph 14.3, note that the suspect did change from one service provider, Vodacom, to Cell C, as picked up from the downloads.
That's correct, yes.
What does that mean?
That he went from one service provider, he was at MTN, and he
Potted.
transported the number to Cell C. He was at Vodacom and transported his number to Cell C.
Lana ke uma ubheka lokho ubhale lana ke ku 40.3 ukuthi qaphela ke ukuthi umsolo wakhe ushintshile ke ukusuka ke ku Vodacom ukuya ke ku Cell C nanjengoba kutholakala kuma downloads. Uthi ke kusho lokho ke ukuthi inamba leyo yakhe ke ithathile ke yase manje iya ku Cell C isuka ku Vodacom.
My lord, if I may take instruction on this.
Yeah.
point. Thank you, my lord. I'm indebted. Accused number. Firstly, perhaps if we look at that, where it says it was ported to Cell C, when was that done?
Doesn't say the date, but here you'll see attribute data, unknown network South African, MTN, mobile telephone network South Africa, and then Cell C, LTY, South Africa.
Ukuthi ke kwenziwa nini ke lokhu ukuthi ashintshe ku Vodacom aye ku Cell C akusho ke ngoba achaza iyachaza ke nje ukuthi network engaziwa yasho ke eNingizimu Afrika i-mobile network isho ke futhi ukuthi South Africa bese ithi Cell C Pty.
Now, when I went to accused number 2 now, he says he has never ported his number to Cell C. He's always used Vodacom and MTN.
I can't explain it. This was not extracted by me. This was extracted by the download device network information that's embedded on the card itself.
Lokhu ke uma ethi akakaze yena ke asebenzise ke uCell C lokho asebenzisa uMTN no Vodacom angazi ke lokho akusimina ke owakhipha lokho kodwa ke nanjengoba ibhaliwe ke lapha yana ukuthi ke imininingwane noma information noma ulwazi loliyana ke olukumakhala kokhukhwini uqobo noma kanye network.
Okay. Now, at paragraph 9, yes, of your, is it so sorry, not paragraph 4, what is this?
Yes.
Is it? I just want the relevant part where it says the device, sorry, it's not even paragraph, sorry. Yeah, at page 3 of exhibit DD in brackets 5,
Yes.
where it says, and paragraph 9 thereof, the Samsung model SMJ 500F/DS with IMEI numbers 3532 9008 509 8895 and 3532 910885 889 was not downloaded due to security pattern, and I'll end up there. Now, this is for my clarification, because my understanding was this, and you explained it yesterday, that because it's a dual SIM card, it will be given another IMEI number.
2 IMEI numbers, that's correct.
Okay. Because my understanding was that a mobile device, and I'm standing subject to correction here, a mobile device has got simply one fingerprint, one identification mark that is uniquely for that particular device.
If it's not a dual SIM,
Yes.
If it's a dual SIM, they'll have 2 IMEI numbers.
Nanjengoba usho ukuthi kulwazi lwakho ukuthi umakhalekhukhwini ngamunye unale number ke ebizwa ngokuthi IMEI number eyodwa. Mayiphendula ke uthi yebo kukanjalo uma kuwukuthi lo makhalekhukhwini lo akana ma SIM card amabili, kodwa kuma kuwukuthi kunama SIM card amabili nalama IMEI number azoba mabili.
Now, with respect to the numbers that accused number 2 says he was using at the relevant time period closer to his arrest, 2020, 2018, 19, he was using the following 2 numbers. The first number is the one that is on your analysis, which is 060, but on your analysis it will be 2760 901 6890. And the other number will be 2765 567 7733. And this number here, although he does not dispute it, that is marked as Vodacom/cell C, because we are still waiting for the 205s, because he's been in custody for too long. He says he doesn't recall it, but I'm putting it specifically. He's not denying or admitting it until we get those things, because he says he can't recall some of the stuff.
I understand, but this is the 2 SIM cards that was found inside the phone.
Yes.
So that's how we identify the number.
Lana ke umsolo wesibili uthi ke ama number ayewasebenzisa ke ngaleso sikhathi yena ke u060 901 6890 kanye ke no27 655 677733. Kodwa ke kunale number ke oyishoyo ke wena lana ke ethi sales Vodacom/ucell C akavumi akaphiki, uthi ke kungenzeka ke kodwa ke salindele isiqiniseko salokho ukuthi kwakungenzeka ukuthi nayo ke kwakuyinamba wayisebenzisa, kodwa lokho akavumi kwaye futhi ke akakuphiki. Kusalindeleka labo fakazi laba ababuya khona ke laba abasebenza ngawo ama cellphone, nanjengoba ngishilo ke ukuthi ama number lana ke atholakala kulama SIM card amabili.
Now, with respect to the last activity on the device, how would we determine the last activity on the device? Say, for example, in his instance, he says, I was arrested on the 16th of June 2020, and the phones were seized from me, and I've never had access to them ever since. Then we see from the photos that we were discussing 17.9, and that's paragraphs, that there are other data that was created after the arrest. Then how do we determine when was the last activity on the phone in that instance?
That will, the downloader must testify about that. I can't testify. I don't know when it was last used.
Uma kuukuthi ke manje sesifuna ukubona ukuthi ke ugcina ke kwakhe ukuthi ke asebenzeke ngefoni noma ke okugcina okwenziwa kuyena umakhalekhukhwini kwenziwa nini lokho, singakuthola kuphi ke noma kanjani ke lokho, nanjengoba esho ke yena ukuthi ngey-16 ka June 2020 waboshwa, base ke bobabili umakhalekhukhwini bakhe ke bayaphucwa noma bayathathwa ke amaphoyisa. Loyo ke ekuyena owenza ama download, uyena ke osengaphendula ke loyo mbuzo lowo.
My Lord, I'm almost done. Let me just find out if there's something that I left. Now, the last question, perhaps, Lieutenant Colonel. With respect to your analysis, it wouldn't show, say, for example, there are alleged communication between, say, for example, accused number 1 and 2. It wouldn't show the date of that communication, when, the duration, and all of that. Is that correct? That's somebody else's job.
That's under section 205.
Yes.
Kucwaningo lwakhe ke angeke kutshengiseke asithi ke kwakunenkulumo noma ukuxhumana kwakukhona phakathi ke kukammangalo lokuqala kanye nowesibili angeke kunikeze ngemininingwane yalokho uthi lokho ke ilabo ke abenze lesicelo lesike noma basebenza ngaso isicelo se205 ukusebenza kwamafoni.
As the court pleases, my lord, that is all I had for the witness.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Mnisi.
Thank you, Colonel Ahos. Now, let us start with this Facebook photo. You say the photo that you identified there, it's a Facebook photo in something that is shared on a Facebook, not so.
That's correct, yes.
Ngishilo ukuthi lesithombe lesi isithombe esasiku Facebook.
Now, 100, it is possible, or will it be possible that 100 Facebook users would have similar photos in their cell phones?
I don't know why, but it can be. I can save it if I want to.
Yes.
Ngeke kungenzeka yini ke ukuthi ke abaningi nje abantu abaku Facebook ke bangaba naso lesithombe lesi angazi ke kodwa ke uma kuukuthi ngiyafisa noma ngiyafuta yebo ngasave.
Thank you. Now, with regard to that Facebook photo, that is all that I wanted to know, because you said accused number 2 had this photo in his Facebook, and accused number 3 had this photo in his, accused number 2 had this photo in his cell phone, and accused number 3 also had this cell phone, the photo in his cell phone as per the downloads of Mr. Steyn.
That's correct.
Yebo ngishilo ukuthi ke umsolo wesibili ebenaso lesi sithombe kumakhalekhukhwini wakhe kanye nowesithathu nanje ngokusho kwemininingwane ke noma ke kuma download akhe uKenneth Steyn.
But that is neither here nor there, because Facebook users would normally, if somebody takes an interest in this photo and is a Facebook user, they will simply store that photo in their own phone.
But this shows nothing about the case. This is firearms.
Yes.
Yeah, but why will somebody file a photo of a firearm because he's interested in this case? What case?
Ingabe lokho kuma ubuza ukuthi noma usho ukuthi ke nje abantu baka Facebook noma imuphi ke angayithathela nje lesi sithombe ayisaveleke kodwa lokho ke akuhlangene necala leli kungani ke umuntu ezothatha isithombe sesibhamu ku Facebook abese eyasigcina ke uma kuukuthi ke akuna lutho okwenza mayelana necala.
Don't argue with me.
No,
My question is, understand my question.
Yes.
Understand my question.
I'm trying, yes.
Don't try, understand it. My question is, if a person takes a particular interest in a particular photo that he found in a Facebook,
That's correct.
and he stores it in his phone,
Yes.
that is not an offense.
No, it's not an offense.
Thank you.
Ukuthi ke umuntu athole isithombe ku Facebook abe eseyasigcina ke noma esiyasave ke ku phone yakhe ke akusona icala lelo yebo kunjalo.
Thank you. Now, did you, in your analysis, find that there is or there was a communication in terms of the data that was handed over to you between the phone that you were told belonged to number 3 and the phone that you were told belonged to accused number 1?
Okay, just give me, I don't know the names, I don't know who's number 1 and who's number 3. So
Number 1, I also forget his name, but what is it? Mr. Sibia. And
Okay.
number 3 is Mr. Mnube.
just check here. Did not according to, well, I can't, did I give it in my statement?
Excuse me?
I ask you, did I give it in my statement about that?
No, I'm asking you.
But if it's not in my statement, so why must I go look for something it's not in my statement? If it's not part of my, it wasn't part of my duty to look for communication. Part of my duty was to download the phone and do analysis on the phone.
Understand my question, sir?
Lana ke ingabe ucwaningo owalenza wathola yini ukuthi ke kwakhona ukukhulumisana noma ukuxhumana kwakukhona phakathi kwakhe ummangalelo wokuqala kanye nowesithathu kwangasona umsebenzi wami ukuthi ngibheke kwakunokuxhumana yini okwami kwakuthi nje ubhekeke noma ngicwaningeke imininingwane ekhona kumakhalekhukhwini.
Yes. In terms of that information that you have to analyze, did you find that there was ever a communication between accused number 3 and accused number 1? Yes or no?
I didn't do analysis on the cell phones, on the communications, sir. I've done analysis on the phone. So I didn't pick, if it's not in my statement, I didn't pick up anything.
Thank you.
Angizange ngilwenze ucwaningo kwamakhalekhukhwini noma ke amakhalekhukhwini uqobo ke okwami kwakuwuthi nje ngibheke hayi futhi nokuthi ngibheke ukuthi kwakhona yini ukuxhumana kodwa kwakuwukuthi ngibheke nje umakhalekhukhwini uma kuwukuthi akukho la kwistatement esami engisenzile kusho ukuthi ke akukho engakuthola.
Thank you. Do I then understand you to mean that with the information that you had at your disposal, that you had to analyze, you could not find a linkage between accused number 3 and accused number 1?
According to the download of Colonel Stein,
Yes.
as I said, that download it was given to me in good faith because he was still in the police, so he did all the downloads. The numbers I've put on there, then there will be a paragraph, accused number, your accused number 3, and the name is, let me just get here, let's go to paragraph 5.2.1. Here's the linkages that I got from the database. Not from the cell phone analysis, from the database of Colonel Stein. And he's looking for accused number. And accused number. Just give me the names again. Your accused is? You're representing?
The gentleman that I'm representing is Mr. Mnube.
Mr. Ngube.
Yes.
Didn't find any linkages.
Thank you.
Akukho ke engakuthola ke okuhlanganisaka noma ukuthi kwakunokuxhumana kwakukhona phakathi kwakhe ke ommele uaccused number 3 kanye nowokuqala.
The same question I'm going to ask in relation to accused number 2, Mr. Ntanzi. Did you find any linkages, to use your word, between
didn't.
accused number 3 and accused number 2?
Okay. Let me explain again.
Did you find any
Can I explain
linkages?
first? Can I explain first?
No, I don't want you to explain.
No,
my
you can't say
my
that.
question
No,
is, did
Mr.
you find
Mnisi.
any linkages?
Mr.
You have said you
Mnisi.
did not find a linkage between accused number 3 and accused number 1. Now I'm saying, the question goes to accused number 2. Did you find any linkage between accused number 3 and accused number 2?
I
You
didn't
don't
do
have
it.
to explain
I
anything there.
didn't do it. I didn't do it section 205.
Ukuthi ke athola ukuthi kwakhona yini ke ukuxhumana okwakukhona phakathi kwa-accused number 3 no number 2. Mina ke akusimina owenza ke usection 205 noma lokhu kwenza isicelo sokuthi ke ikhona imininingwane engiyifunayo kuma khalekhukhwini ubheka ukuxhumana, angikaze ngikwenze lokho.
In terms of the information which you had at your disposal, then the information that you received from Stein and others, which you worked on, did you find a linkage, now I'm using your word or your term, between accused number 3 and accused number 2?
But my focus was not on accused 3. There's downloads for accused 2 and accused 5, so I didn't look for linkages for accused 3.
Ongangokwenza umsebenzi engangiwenza wawungahlangeneke nomangalelwa wesithathu, ngoba ke lokhu engakuthola ke mina nomsicelo engasithola sasimayelana nomangalelwa wesibili kanye nowesihlanu. Manje ke angizange ngibheke mayelana nomsolwa wesithathu.
If his number, can I explain quickly how I've done this? Okay, so when I downloaded the phone, there was
What do you want to do?
Can I explain something to you? Can I explain my analysis? Can I explain it to you?
Yes, explain.
Okay. So we've done the analysis, and we on the phone cards we received 2 numbers. So we worked on that 2 numbers to see who was it. We identified the numbers and we put that numbers into the database.
Yes.
The number of accused 3 was not on the cell phone contact of accused 2.
Yes.
Engakwenza lana ukuthi kutholakale ama-sim card amabili. Sase sitholakala lawo ama-sim card nobheka ukuthi manje ngobani ke abakulawo ma-sim card. Wayengekho ke umsolwa wesithathu kwi-sim card leyo ke yakhe u-accused number 2.
So I didn't look for any linkages from there. Yes. No, I didn't.
Kusuka lapho ke angizange ngibheke ke ukuthi khona yini ukuhlangana okwakukhona.
Thank you. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but would I then be right if I were to understand what you've just said now to mean that the same situation that you said in respect of accused number 1, that you could not find a linkage between accused number 1 and accused number 3, is also applicable insofar as accused number 2 and accused number 3 is concerned, that you could not find a linkage between them.
Accused 1 and?
I'm talking about accused number 2 and accused number 3.
Okay, just give me their names, sir. I don't know. I can't say who's accused 1 and who's accused 3.
Okay, no, it's fine, sir. Let's proceed.
Yes.
Yeah. You have testified yesterday. It was just at the beginning of your testimony, as you were introducing your testimony, that, and this is what you said. Now, that was in respect of accused number 2. You said this in respect of accused number 2. That the number that was saved on the database indicated that there was a communication amongst all the accused. Is that your testimony?
That's correct, yes.
Thank you.
Ushilo ke lokhu wathi ke inamba leyo etholakala ukuthi yakhe komsolo wesibili isho ke ukuthi kwakunokuxhumana ke phakathi kwabo bonke abasolwa. Uthi yebo ngishilo lokho.
And you further on said that this is the information that I received which indicated that there was a communication between all the accused.
That's
Do you
correct.
still remember saying that?
Yes.
Yabona ukuthi ngishilo ukuthi ke information engayithola ke leyo ukuthi ke kwakhona ke ukuxhumana phakathi kwabo bonke abasolwa.
You just told the court that you could not find a linkage between accused number 1 and accused number 3.
This is
How
what,
could you then have told this court that in terms of your analysis, you found that there was a linkage between, a communication between all the accused?
okay. There's communication with all the other accused suspects. That's what I said. Yes,
Yes. That you can't dispute because it is on record.
I understand. Yes.
Yes.
Yebo ke ngikushilo ke lokho ukuthi ke yebo kwakunokuxhumana kwakukhona phakathi kwabo bonke abasolwa.
But now, how do you reconcile that statement with the fact that as between accused number 3 and accused number 1, you could find no linkage, otherwise no communication?
If you look at my statement,
Yes.
okay, go read my statement again, sir.
Come
Paragraph-
again, I did not get that.
paragraph 15.
Understand. Can
Go,
you
go,
just,
go to paragraph 15.1.
Can you just be slow?
Yeah, I'm
Sometimes I have a hearing problem. That's the reason.
paragraph 15.2.1.
I don't mean that you should shout.
Yeah, well, I'm not shouting. You said you can't hear, sir.
I'm not saying I can't hear. I say sometimes.
Well, sometimes, okay?
Yeah.
So just tell me when I must speak
I
a little
am
bit harder,
saying,
sir.
I am saying
Yes?
sometimes when I can't hear, when your voice goes down, you understand. You just said something there that I did not hear.
Yeah, but you don't give me time to speak. You speak over me, so let me speak.
That is
and then I
exactly what
can
you're doing.
Exactly, you're doing it now again. Paragraph 15.2.1. Can we go there?
Mr. House, just read it.
Yes.
Just read it.
The paragraph that I was talking about, the number of Fisikuli Ntuli, accused 5, with cell phone number 27159512239, was saved on the SIM card under index 75 as Lungusani. The number was identified by Colonel Stein and investigation team, and through section 205 it was established that the number had various communications with all the other suspects. Nowhere there stands that accused has with all the other suspects. Accused number 5.
Lana ke okufundeka ngalendlela ukuthi inamba yakhe ufisa kuhle Ntuli u-accused 5 ene-cell number ewu-27715951239 yayisavwe kuyona ke iSIM card ngaphansi ke kwa number u75 nanjengolungisane. Inamba leyo ke yakhonjwa ke noma ke ngayitshelwa ke uKolonel Stein kanye naye nalo ke ithimba eliphenyayo uma sebenza isicelo sabo ke esibizwa ngokuthi usection 205 kwase kutholakala ukuthi leyo number leyo yayinokuxhumana eyayinako kanye nabasolwa bathize phinde futhi ukuxhumana amahlandla amaningi kanye nabo bonke abasolwa.
Thank you. My lord, let me quickly go see accused number 3. Thank you, Mr. House. Mr. Mnisi is telling me that what we've just said now, that there could have been a contact between him and somebody known as Lungsani. He does not know who that Lungsani is.
That's according to the database I received from Colonel Stein, sir.
Thank you.
Kuloku oqeda ukusho ke manje umnumzana uNcube engimele ukuthi kungenzeka ukuthi kwangaba nokuxhumana kwakukhona phakathi kwakhe noLungisani ukuthi ke akamazi yena leyo Lungisani uthi mayiphendula ke lokho ke kungokwemininingwane engiyitholile.
Yeah, but back to my initial question.
Yes.
You said, when you gave the testimony, that there was a communication between all these accused persons. That was in respect of the number that you started with, which was the number of accused number 2, not accused number 5. You can go to the record.
No, sir. I didn't say accused 2 communicate. If you go to the records, I said accused number 5. When we identified the number, it was accused 5 that I gave testimony about, not accused 2.
Uma bengifakaza ke angifakazanga ngathi ke ummangalelo noma umsola wesibili bengikhuluma ngaye owesihlanu.
My testimony is the download of accused 2, and then the numbers was found, and then that number of index 75 of accused 5 was put in the database. That was my original testimony.
Engikufakazile noma engikushilo ke futhi ukuthi ke kuma downloads ke enziwe ke akhe ummangalelo wesibili ke kwase kutholakala ke khona leli elibhaliwe ke nanjengolungisane lapha yana la selifakwa ke ku database.
You know what, sir? I don't want to sound to be misleading you or to be putting things that you did not say. I think it will only be appropriate for us to request an indulgence from the court that we go on record.
You got a copy of my statement, sir?
I'm not talking about your statement. I'm talking about you said under oath there.
That I said accused 2 had all contacts
Eh,
with
en-
everybody. Is that what I said, sir? Is that what I said, sir? That accused 2 had contacts of all the other accused? Or
Oh,
accused? Did I say accused 2 had contacts of all others?
Let me explain
Yeah.
what you said.
Okay, on what accused did I say that, sir?
Let me explain what you said, Mr. House.
100%. Listening.
You were giving testimony about the information that you got in respect of accused number 2.
That's correct, yes.
Subsequent to that, you then said that the number that was saved on the database, indicated that there was a communication amongst all the accused persons.
But then you must...
That was in respect of accused number 2.
No, sir. Then you must get your perspective right, and you must listen at the right time. That was said on accused number 5 when I put it on the database. And if you read my statement, exactly where it stands there, paragraph 15.2.1, the number was identified. I'll read it again for you. The number was identified not on accused 2, accused 5, paragraph 15.2.1. Let's go there again. The number of Fasuluk Ntuli accused 5 was saved on the cell phone, on the index number 75. Then my next sentence said, the number was identified by Colonel Stein, an investigation officer, and through section 25, it was established that the number, not accused 2's number, but accused 5's number, had communication with all the other suspects. I never said accused 2.
Kulokhu ongibuza kona ke angikaze ngisho mina ke ukuthi ke umsola noma ummangalelo wesibili lo la ekwatholakala khona ukuthi wayenokuxhumana kanye nabo bonke abanye abasola. Uma uyifunda ke naya ibhaliwe lapha ku 15.2.1 ukuthi inamba kaFiso Kuhle Ntuli accused 5 ene cell number e27715951239 isave ke manje kwi phone noma kwi sim card ye phone yakhe umsolo wesibili nanjengo Lungisani ngaphansi ko number 75 isiyaqhubeka ke ithi inamba leyo yakhonjwa ke noma ngayi identify kwimina ke uKennel Stein nethimba eliphenyayo uma sekwenziwa ke uphenyo ngaphansi kwakhe usection 205 kwatholakala ukuthi leyo number leyo yaxhumana amahlandla kanye nabo bonke abanye abasolwa yiloko engikushilo hayi ukuthi ngithe umsolo wesibili kodwa wesihlanu.
My Lord, I'm going to request in that case that we go and listen at the record.
How is it going to help us, sir? Because you maintain...
It's going to
just
assist
wait.
the impasse that is between me and this witness,
No,
because
no,
I keep
just-
on saying that this is
You're
what
not
he says. He
listening.
keeps on
Just
saying
learn
that this
to
is what he
listen,
said.
Please, just learn to listen. You have put an assertion to him, right?
Yes.
And as this witness, you're not going to change what you said now, right? So what we should do...
I'm not so sure, my Lord, after having listened to the record, whether he's going to change what he said.
No, he says he's not going to change it.
That's
what
what
he
the record
says.
is saying.
No, fine. So you want us to play the record now
I don't want, I've
do
said
you
I'm
want?
requesting an indulgence
of doing what?
of having regard to the record, my Lord.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Can you find us? Is it at the beginning of your?
That was at the inception of his testimony. That is yesterday, not on Tuesday.
Was it yesterday?
On Tuesday, yes, yesterday.
Can you find that piece of evidence? I know that.
So he said exactly what stands in this paragraph.
Let's have regard to the record. Otherwise, the state has got an interest in this matter, basically on what this witness is saying.
You can sit down, Mr. Host.
Thank you, my lord.
Are you a sports person? What, rugby? That's a loose forward.
I did play rugby.
What position?
Hooker.
Hooker, okay. You're built like a loose forward, like Fred Dupree.
I'm a little bit too round for that.
Okay. You got it, sir? Very good.
He wants to see me, my lord.
Wants to?
He wants me to approach him.
Yeah, you can approach him.
Thank you.
Sorry, when Mr. House made that statement, he was not yet under cross-examination. Is that not so? Hello, Mr. Mnisi. Mr. Mnisi, when Mr. House made that statement, he was not yet cross-examined by Mr. Ngomezu.
That was in evidence in chief, my lord.
Hello?
It was in evidence in chief.
Yeah, right. So the easiest thing is just go to yesterday and start the record from yesterday and then turn it loud, how Madot. So simple. Yeah. After he said, so help me God, after being sworn, then turn it on. until the end of the day. Why, Mr. Ramos, you get surprised?
Reserve my comments.
I thought it's logic. Instead of looking for snippets. Oh, what do you think, Mr. Mgomezulu? When I say we must start, because it was before your cross-examination.
It must start from the beginning.
That's it. So this microphone can't broadcast the evidence. You're listening to it? Yes. No, I want it to be loud. You want to hear it alone? No. We all want to hear it. You can't get it higher. Okay. Yeah. Mr. Balui, how do you increase the volume of that machine?
Well, normally it should be audible.
Yes.
So far we have listened to recordings previously and the volume was audible.
We've done that in the past, haven't we?
Yes.
Unless?
Unless I can check the speakers.
Yeah, we want to hear. Say, what are you listening to? What are you listening to? We want to hear this in all with all due respect. Hello? Ma'am, who's your chief mechanic? Where is he? Which court is it? Which judge is sitting in 4D? Nobe. What are they busy with? Unopposed. So you can't get. Hello?
She's putting a guy from ICT to help us.
Yeah. I mean, this problem, it's like Operation Valazonke. And then come the following day, the very pothole which they said we fixed it up yesterday. It's there again. Have you heard of that, Mr. Ngumal? Operation Valazonke.
I don't have heard of that name. Thank you.
I got a burst tire yesterday, going home. There was a pothole. Yeah. Operation Valazonke. Sorry, just as a matter of interest, Colonel Stein, where did he retire to? The Cape or where?
Yeah, Western Cape, Hartenbos.
Does he have a farm there?
No, he's at the beach.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's got a beach cottage.
Yes.
Okay. On the laptop. Whose laptop? Yours? So will we hear the sound? Okay. And then you put it in the laptop? Okay, fine. He says he's going to fetch his laptop, he's going to take the CD out of this machine, put it into his laptop, switch on his laptop, and he says we shall all hear the sound. What's happening now? I will I talk monkey this guy? Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
The sound and if it is small, so I'm not sure. But that part and then but as it is, no one can hear unless if I want to miss the balloon. But then if they pick it up,
So that thing, it can't go higher than this. Maraki not keep it.
yeah. So unless we give it to them, they listen to it and then.
Yeah, you can't get a higher sound than that. Hello?
No, but I can go speak to the court manager
And then?
and try and get something. But it can only be tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Where you can amplify the sound. Okay, when title okay, the chief administrator. Okay, fine, that's okay. The chief administrator says the sound cannot be amplified from these gadgets, but there is a gadget which they can get tomorrow, which will amplify the sound. Okay, as a result of that, I think we can't just sit like this. I think the best way to go about it, if that gadget comes, are you available tomorrow, sir? Okay, fine. If
Yes,
it
my lord.
comes tomorrow, we'll play it. If it doesn't, the most practical way to go about it is that Mr. House insists that he never said accused number 2. Mr. House insists that he read this paragraph as it is. So paragraph 15 it is. 15? Sorry?
Let me just get a paragraph, sir.
15.2.1.
Paragraph 15.2.1. That's correct, my lord.
Yeah. And you are saying you are not deviating from this.
That's correct, my lord.
Right, let's read it again. Mr. House in 15.21 says the number of fee Sofu Shentuli, accused number 5 in brackets with cell number 27715951239 was saved on SIM card under index number 75 as Lungisani. Number was identified by information received from crime intelligence.
My lord,
Yeah.
there was an amendment.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the amendment.
The amendment, sorry. So, yeah, so this is the amendment. So number was identified by Colonel Stein, an investigating team. Through section 205, it was established that number had various communications with all of the other suspects according to the database received from Colonel Stein, Annexure 6, is that it?
That's correct.
Right, let's continue. And you are saying, he said it is accused number 2, not number 5, who communicated with other guys. It's his phone.
Let me put it the way in which.
Hello?
I'm saying, let me put it the way in which it happened, my lord.
I don't hear you, sir.
I am saying, let me put it the way in which it happened. Basically, what happened is at the inception of his testimony, whilst he was busy with the information relating to accused number 2.
It won't help us because he says he denies the assertion you put to him. It won't help us. So let's get the gadget tomorrow. If we
Yes.
don't get the gadget tomorrow, then the best possible way also is to type this.
Yes,
Yeah, fine.
thank
Because
you.
you're talking at cross purposes. He says Jesus Christ. You're saying Nebuchadnezzar.
Would that mean, my lord, that I should put then my cross-examination
No,
in
no, you can
abeyance?
go to other parts of the cross-examination. Or you can cross-examination on the basis that you say this is what he said. Are you with me?
It's going to be very
No, it
difficult
can't
for
be
me
difficult.
to do
Look,
that, my lord.
He says number 5.
Yes.
You say number 2.
Yes.
So go on with your version that it was number 2, not number 5. And then we can reconcile the versions thereafter when we have the record printed. Okay.
Mr. Well, I'm going to try, but in all fairness, my lord, I would have loved if the information that is on record is there, so that I confront him with it. Now I'm cross-examination. I'm supposed to cross-examine him on the basis of suppositions. I'm unable to do that.
You're not cross-examination on the basis of supposition. You cross-examine on the basis of what you say he testified to. Mr. Balo, is it that difficult? I mean, if you say Rachamo Koteng had a green beret on, and then you say Mr. Ramusipidi says, no, Mr. Mokoteng had a blue beret on. If you are satisfied that it was a blue beret, then you cross-examine on the basis that it is a blue beret. That's basically it. It has happened, this thing. I've been through some of these things.
Or the aspect can be left altogether.
No, he doesn't want to leave it. He says
until-
he wants to put it to him. He doesn't want to cross-examine on suppositions.
Yes.
That's why I was saying this witness says he's not going to change from what he's saying. And it's written down. Okay, let's continue.
Thank you, my lord. Mr. House, the basis for the question that is causing this whole impasse, it's from paragraph 6 of your statement. Now, in paragraph 6 of your statement, you're speaking about accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi.
That's correct.
And you went on to analyze his evidence, I mean the information that you got with regard to his downloads and stuff like that. That was way before you went to deal, you went to deal with the information that you received as it related to accused number 5. It was within the context of accused number 2 that you, it was within the context of the information that you received in respect of accused number 2 that you said that there was, that the number which was saved on the database indicated that there was a communication amongst all the accused. You based that, or you said that in relation to the information that you received as it related to accused number 2 and not accused number 5.
If you can look at my Annex 6, that is in connection with paragraph 5.2.1, 15.2.1 of page 11.
Annex 6, wait.
Annex 6.
Yeah, I've got it.
If I would have said that accused 2 had communication with all the other suspects, then I would have accused 2's number in the middle where I was talking about accused 5 and all the others with communication. If I, like you said, I would have done. But I was talking about accused 5, the number that was found on accused 2's phone, that number was put in a database, and that number had communication with all the other suspects. I never ever said that the number of accused number 2, one of the numbers, had communication with any other suspect.
Lana, uma sibheka lana okay akubonakali ke la inamba la emaphakathi nendawo inamba ke ekhomba ke lena athi ibhalwe office okuhlintuli. It's just not. What's this?
Okay, sorry.
Sorry, ngifuna nibone.
Give me a lot, let's just.
Uma bekuwukuthi ke bengikhuluma ngenamba kamangalelwa wesibili manje ngoba ummeli asho ke lapho phakathi nendawo bekuzoba iyona inamba kanamba 2 elapha kodwa ke manje inamba elaphayana inamba
Sorry, Kancane. Just bring it down a bit so that somebody can see that the number at the top. Then you can bring it, so that, that's how you do it.
uma ke bengikhuluma ngenamba kanamba 2 ngabe iyona elapha maphakathi nendawo kodwa inamba emaphakathi nendawo kubhaliwe lapha ukuthi fiso kuhlentuli okuhambisana ke naloko athi ke kubhaliwe la ukuthi iyona inamba kakazasho noma angaze ngisho ukuthi kwaku-accused number 2 okwakuyena owayekhulumisana noma exhumana nabanye.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Gouw, I'm going to put it to you that you are changing your version now so that it suits the information that you want this court to hear. In essence, in your evidence in chief, you never said that.
My Lord, I can't change my version because I read it exactly from the statement that was in front of everybody. Okay. So I read it according to my statement, I read it, so I couldn't say accused 2 if they were standing accused 5.
Angikushintshi ke ebengikukhulumile nje uma ummeli esho ke ngoba ngifuna ukuthi ke inkantolo ithatheke noma izwe lokhu mina engikushoyo ke manje kodwa ke mina ngikufundile futhi lokhu la engifunda khona ngifunde into yonke umuntu anayo ke lana ebona ukuthi ngifundani bangeke ngithi ummangalelo wesibili kodwa kube lapha yana kubhalwe yena ke wesihlanu.
Thank you, Mr. Gouw. In essence, this is what Mr. Move is going to say. that it is true that there could not have been a linkage between him, that's accused number 3, and accused number 1, because he never knew them. I mean, he never knew him. He only started to know him when they appeared at Boxback in respect of this case. That's when he started to know him.
That's 100%. I can't dispute it.
Yes.
Usho ukuthi ke unomminister Ncube ukuthi bengeke ke axhumane naye ke umangalelo wokuqala ngoba ke ubekade engamazi uqale ukuthi ke amazi ke uma sebe vela ke enkantolo eBoxback bevela leqala uthi ke nami ke angaze ngisho ke lokho.
Further on, he also says that it is also not strange that there could have been no linkage as per your analysis between him and accused number 2, because he never knew him. He started to know him on the day on which they appeared at Boxback in respect of this case. Never called him, he just did not know him.
Well, I didn't testify about communication between 3 and 2, so I can't say if there was any linkages.
Angifakazanga ke ngokuthi kwakhona ukuhlangana noma ukuxhumana ke phakathi komsolo wesithathu kanye nowesibili.
In respect of accused Mr. Mapisa and Mr. Ntuli, that's accused number 4 and 5, he says he knew them from a long time ago. They were communicating.
That's good.
Kuhle ke lokho uma uthi ethi ke number 4 and number 5 bebazi ke kade bakhuluma kulungileke.
Thank you. Now you are saying you're not in a position to testify about the times, the dates, the sports where the calls might have been made or received, etc. That is not within your domain.
No.
Thank you. I'm saying he said he's unable to testify about the date on which calls were made, the times, and yes.
Yebo ke ngiyavumelana ke nawe ukuba ngishilo ukuthi ke inkathi amalanga ukuthi ama calls enziwa nini imilayezo yathunyelwa nini ngishilo ukuthi lokho angeke ngifakaze ngakho.
Thank you, Mr. Host. I am going to request to pause for now, pending the record. Then we'll take it from there. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thanks, Mr. Numalu.
My Lord, firstly, I wish to put it on record that I was not in a position to finalize my consultation due to the information that is insufficient.
You are not
the 205 records. I was unable to finalize my consultation because I did not have sufficient information.
Which information is that?
The records in terms of Section 205. In respect of the two numbers, the number that is allegedly belonging to accused number 2 and 5.
So you want the records of which date? The 205, Section 205 applications?
Yes, I need the 205 applications as well as the records for the two numbers. The 071-595-1239. It is said it belonged to Fiso Ntuli, accused number 5. And the number 079-379-0137. It is said it belonged to September Sibiya, accused number 1. I'm not in a position, my Lord, to commence my cross-examination because even this witness cannot tell us as to when such a communication occurred.
Mr. Baloyi.
As a court, please, my Lord, we did furnish all the Section 205s that we had to the defense on a disc, and we've indicated, my Lord, that the expert from Vodacom will be coming to testify. If Mr. Ngumalo doesn't have any questions to this witness. He can put whatever questions to the expert who will be testify on the Section 205.
No, let's take it slow.
Yes.
You say you finished, the whole defense. You
Yes.
finished them with the Section 205
Yes.
appendages.
Yes.
All of them.
Well, yes, all of them, my lord. We did finish them with the Section 205s, and we on a disk. They then subsequently indicated that they cannot decipher or the gadgets that they were using cannot decipher the disk, and we did download the information on a memory stick.
And then you gave it to them.
Yes, and gave it to them. But we were only informed yesterday, my lord, by Advocate Ngumalo that his device cannot read the disk. And we said he should provide us with a memory stick. That's where the discussion ended up, my lord.
So it's not correct when Mr. Ngumalo says he doesn't have that information. He has it, it's just that his disk cannot download it.
Yes, that's what he told us yesterday.
Where did you finish, Mr. Ngumalo, with the disk? The memory stick.
Yeah, we said, my lord, if he provides us with a memory stick, we will be able to download
Has
the
he done
information.
so? Has he provided?
When we adjourned yesterday, my lord, that had not happened as yet.
But
My colleague tells me that he did give it
to
that he did give it to Mr. Newman.
yesterday.
Yes.
It is true, my lord, that there was information that I was provided yesterday, but it is not for the numbers. It is not for the requested numbers. So that information is not relevant for purposes of my cross-examination to this witness.
So you don't. Where's your memory stick?
I've got the memory stick, my lord.
Have you downloaded the information from that stick?
Yes, I was provided with information yesterday, but that information is not...
Wait. You were provided with that information yesterday.
I was provided with some information, the records, the 205 records yesterday.
So
but
what's the problem now?
That information is not relevant to the numbers.
Well, this is what they gave you. Mr. Baloi, he says you gave him irrelevant information.
My lord, there's over 4,000 of data. If perhaps my friend wants to zoom in on perhaps specific information, maybe we should then maybe get together with our expert and see if we cannot separate that information that he requires from the rest of the data that we have.
So you say the book, it's about 4,000
It's over 4,000 pages.
numbers.
Yes.
And then you, according to you, you are going to lead your evidence irrespective of how many thousands or how
Yes.
many thousands.
Yes.
Let's start there.
Well, the expert is only going to
5 numbers.
Yeah, only going to select certain information that is relevant for the court purpose.
But it relates to 5 numbers.
Yes,
It must be. Otherwise, I'm in a different court.
yes.
They say it's 5 numbers. 5 numbers. Which is relevant in that 4,000. And you know the 5 numbers because we've been listening to the evidence. Now, what is your problem, sir?
I did not even get
Okay.
I did not even get to see the 2 numbers that I'm interested in.
Now, they say it's not me saying it, it's Mr. Baloi.
Malak, maybe we should take an adjournment and let's try and
You want us to adjourn until tomorrow then?
try and find each other.
Mr. Ramasekpidi, were you provided with the relevant Section 205 numbers?
If it may please the court, my lord.
Hello?
If it may please the court, my lord, we were provided with a CD-ROM
Yes.
last year. And
Last year?
yes, even then I indicated to my learned colleague that I did receive same.
Last year? Mr. Malui, last year, is it last year?
Yes, last year.
I thought you were talking about this month.
No, we did.
When last year?
I think that was towards the end of the year. I think around October, if I'm not
October,
mistaken.
last year.
Yes, yeah.
And Mr. Ngumalo knows that he doesn't have all the information since October last year. He just sits. Is that the position, sir? They say you got this disc last year, October.
I couldn't open it.
Yeah, but then if you can't open it in October, then you go to Baloyi and say, hey, I can't open this disc. Now it's October, November, December, January, February, March, April.
That information was related by my colleague.
It was what?
It was related by my colleague, Mr. Ramsepele, to the state that we can't open the disc. It was.
I'm shocked, you know. Maybe I set high standards for myself. October, you've got the information. You are preparing for a major case like this. And since October, you don't know the information in the disc. Even today, you don't know the information in the disc.
I know,
Is that not so?
I know the information.
So
on the
why do you
disc.
want it?
It's not relevant.
If it's not relevant, then you don't ask any questions which are irrelevant according to your defense. You say it's not relevant. He says it's relevant in terms of the fact that at least five numbers, you say, which are encapsulated in the downloading analysis, of Mr. Gouw. Then you say it's irrelevant. Fine. So what is the problem?
Maybe I can propose, my lord, that we adjourn until 2, since the state is going to assist us to get the correct information.
What's your time, sir? Hey. Yeah, no. Quarter past?
16 minutes past 12.
Do you want us to adjourn until tomorrow? I'll do it
Not
because
until
this is
tomorrow.
how we act.
No, for the sake of finality, I'm requesting until 2 o'clock this afternoon, not tomorrow.
Okay, 2 o'clock.